Welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Ellen. I'm going to just adjust the sound here for a moment. I'll be right back. Test, test. Test, test. I don't know if that did anything. It sounds a little weird in here to me, but it might sound different to you. Good morning, welcome. My name is Ellen. This is Gentle Yoga. Let's start in any comfortable position today. And we'll start with centering. Centering and grounding. So feel free to grab any props that you like to use. Maybe your go-to props are to have a couple of blocks or a few blankets, maybe a yoga strap around. I don't have any specific plans for a prop today, so anything that you like to use. And then we'll just begin to find a center, a symmetrical way of arranging our body. Just bring our focus internal. Perhaps we begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Take a few really big breaths to begin and just think of it as like a reset, or a reset button, new way of breathing. Reset that shallow breath to the more mindful. Get the body used to all that breath in, all that breath out. And then just find a comfortable pace for the breath. Eyes may be open, eyes may be closed. We're using our mind's eye to begin to observe physical qualities, things we might notice about the body as we begin. Or any parts of the body that feel a little tight that we want to do a little extra stretching on today. Just notice that now. So then when we're moving through postures that will stretch that area, perhaps we take a little longer, just individually. You could spend a little more time deepening into those postures that help that stretch. You might notice parts of the body that are injured, that you're protecting. You can protect those. Your nervous system will probably protect those for you. As we're recovering from injuries, eventually we kind of need to talk the nervous system into allowing us to ease into some of those poses we've been avoiding for a little while. And we might notice that as well today as we move in. So think about arranging the body in the intended alignment. If it's an alignment you've been avoiding lately, do you think you might give it a try? Just try easing in. Notice how it feels. Take it slow. Take it steady. So we'll back in and out of all the poses. Find the perfect amount of stretch. And notice that long, steady, deep breath. See if we can allow our breath to be our metronome for practice today. See if we can allow the breath to lead the body. Sometimes the mind starts bossing the breath around and tries to push our body in front of the breath. So if we notice that happening, just allow the breath to lead. Let the inhale begin, the movement follow. The exhale to begin, the movement to follow. Might have to do that over and over again. And that's our practice. Hopefully by the end of our little practice today, we'll be centered, we'll be grounded, we'll bring into synergy the mind, the body, and the breath. Integration. And that is the yoga. That's our goal. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. If you're cross-legged or doing something with your body where there could be an opposite, slightly opposite way to fold the legs or extend a leg. We'll find that opposite now to get that even stretch. Keep our focus internal as we continue to center and ground, but begin to bring a little bit of movement into our practice. On the inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Feel that front body lift and expand. Take a little pause here. Notice if you're feeling tense or tension or too much compression in the back of the neck. You can back out a little. And then inhale as we come tall. And on the exhale, tucking chin, stretching back of neck. Slowly, gradually rolling the spine a little further forward and down into flexion. Just go to whatever point feels good in your body, and then inhale, realign. Lift chin, lift heart, create a little back bend and the lift. And on the exhale, the tuck, the round, the flexion. Movement with breath, your pace of breath. Let's take a few more here. Inhaling as you lift. And exhaling begins, and then the body follows. Last breath, inhaling. And exhale, tall again, back to center. Let's lift our shoulders up toward the ears, and then let the shoulder blades roll down the back ribs, lifting and lowering. Just allow the shoulder blades to settle down and back. We'll take right ear to right shoulder. Little tuck to the chin, tuck the chin, excuse me, on the right. I'm having a little frog in my throat today. Tucking chin to collarbone on the right is what I'm trying to say. And then we'll roll the head forward and down. Just to center, inhale, tall again, and back to center. Bottom of chin level to earth, spine growing tall. Left ear to left shoulder. Tucking chin to collarbone on left. Gradually rolling the head. We could do more than a quarter circle. Half circle perhaps, maybe full circle. Feel it out. Breathing so you get all the angles on the neck stretch here. Neck and shoulders and chest. Clockwise, counterclockwise, a few times around. One more breath. Back to center. Nice and tall. All right, we'll do some more stretching on our back. So let's roll onto our backs, bending knees, planting feet. You can just take your arms out to the sides wherever it's comfortable. Begin to drop the knees to the right and to the left. Feel this out. Doesn't have to be a big movement here. As you do the movement, just notice where you're feeling sensation. Perhaps if your legs are tight, you're feeling it on the front of the thighs. Maybe you're feeling it all the way up in the pelvis, the hips. Breathing as you move those knees side to side. Take a little pause off to either side and see if you can ease the body in a little more. Relax the rest of the body. And then we'll come to center with the knees. Drop the knees to the other side. Take that little pause. Beautiful. Back to center. Let's extend our left leg long and bring the right knee in toward the body. And then drop the right hip open. Right knee out to right. External rotation for the hip. Maybe it's still. Maybe it's moving. You can move your thigh bone around a little as well. Find ease in as much of the body as you can. Even with movement, we can tend to find ease in places. Beautiful. Back to center with that knee, and then cross your right knee over to the left. Let your left hand add a little support. Feel that stretch in your outer hip, the glute, the right side of your seat. Right arm opens out to the side. Let's turn our neck to gaze toward the right arm and begin to move our right knee over toward the left even more, dropping into a spinal twist. You may be tempted to bend that left knee. You certainly may. You can tuck the hip under a little more too if you like. Notice if both shoulder blades are on the earth. You can always untuck if that left shoulder blade kind of rolled under. One more breath here, easing in whatever amount of twist feels good in the body. If you find yourself holding your breath because it's a little tight or clenching your teeth or something, Might be a sign you're a little deep and you can back out. Back to center. Beautiful. Bending knees, planting feet, arms down by your sides. Right leg extends up toward the sky. Point and flex and circle the ankle. Wiggle the toes around. Get some sensation in the lower leg, the foot, the upper leg, the back of the leg, the hamstring. Beautiful. Let's lift our arms up as well. And then let the shoulder blades drop down into the earth. Turn your palms to face your right leg. Let's point and flex the right ankle as we keep our upper body relaxed. Now the right foot is flexed. We'll lower the right leg slowly down to hover over the earth and let the arms hover over the earth as well overhead. Inhale as you realign, lift the arms, lift the legs. Try to keep those shoulders relaxed. Beautiful, lowering the arms and the leg. Exhale, lifting. Beautiful, let's do that 2 more times. Lowering, deep breath in, and lifting. 1 more, lowering all the way down. And then all the way back up. Beautiful. Let's hug that right knee in again. And then the left knee, hug both knees in. Little rock side to side. We'll hold our left leg as we extend our right leg long now. And then drop your left hip open, left knee out to left. Stillness or movement, however you get a good stretch on that inner thigh, the hip. We'll cross left knee over to right. Right hand could give support to that leg as you feel the outer hip stretch. Left arm opens straight out to the side, turning neck to gaze now toward the left arm. We'll drop our left knee toward the right. Right hip is tucking under, maybe the knee bends, maybe right shoulder untucks. Spine is nice and long, any amount of bend in the knees. Settling into a position where we can find the ease. Breath here. Notice where you feel tight. If it feels like a good stretch, you can certainly pause a little longer. Come on back to center. Beautiful. Arms down by your sides. Left leg toward the sky. Should we plant that right foot? Right knee is bent. Left leg is high. Point and flex. Circle the left ankle. Wiggle the toes around a little. Begin to practice relaxing the upper body and the right leg as we're energizing the left leg. That's the yin and the yang, the yin-yang. Energy and the surrender in the opposites, really. Yin-yang could be more than just energizing or relaxing. Beautiful. Right leg, left leg towards sky. Let's extend our arms straight up as well. Let the shoulders drop down into the earth. Palms face the right leg. The left leg lowers down. Arms lower overhead as well. Inhale as you lift again, lift leg, lift arms. Exhale as you lower. Should we do 4? So 2 more, lifting. Exhale. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Last one, inhale as you lower, those shoulders relaxed. Exhale as you lift. Beautiful. Let's extend both legs up. Both feet flex, turn your palms to face each other. Happy baby pose, bending knees and opening hips. Let your hands hold whatever they can reach on the legs. Could be the ankles, the shins, the feet. Maybe it's the toes. You can do a little yogi toe lock if you like. If you always hold the feet in one way, maybe you hold the outer edges of the feet. Maybe you try holding inner edges of feet today. See if it feels a little different. Should feel different. It's interesting to try slightly different things and see how that changes the stretch. 1 more breath here. See if you can relax the legs, the arms, stillness for a moment if you're moving. Beautiful. Extend a little more length out into the right leg. Feel a little more sensation in the inner thigh. And we'll bend that right knee again and then extend left leg out. A little longer, certainly doesn't have to be straight. Wherever you feel a good amount of stretch, both legs extend a little longer. Option to hold legs any way you like. 1 more breath. Beautiful, bending knees. Let's bring our toes together. Beautiful. And then extend the legs out again. Do that a few times. Bending knees, toes come together. Extend. Beautiful. Last one. Bending. Just working within the range that feels comfortable in our bodies. Beautiful. And then hugging knees. Draw those knees in together toward the chest. Neutral hips. Beautiful. Little rock side to side. Nice. Let's plant our feet again and bring our arms down by our sides. Firmly root both feet into the earth. So separate your toes wide. Press the big toe ball mound into the earth, both feet. The pinky toe ball mound. Notice how you're kind of pressing the whole foot into the earth. And then toes are light, even weight in both feet. Inhale. On the exhale, press the back of your waist into the mat. Feel your seat lift. Press your feet into the earth as you lift the hips high. Keep going till you feel a good stretch on the front of the legs. A nice back bend here. At the top, walk your shoulder blades under a little more, and then press those feet into earth. See if you can lift hips just a little higher. Thighs parallel. Neck long and soft. Breathing. One more breath here. Beautiful. And the lower down. Vertebra by vertebra, couple rolling bridges. So we did that one bone at a time. Let's do the opposite as we lift from the tailbone, and then one vertebra at a time lifts. Inhale as we lower. Find that whole range of motion in the bridge. Two more. Exhale as we lift the hips, roll on up. Find the bridge at the top. Inhale as we lower down. Last one, lifting into the bridge. Inhale as we lower down. Nice. Let's roll to the right side body. You can rest your head on your right arm. Stack your hips and your knees and your shoulders. And then left hand reaches back for the left foot, the left ankle. Press that left foot into the left hand and get a nice stretch on the front of that left thigh. So there's a little deeper stretch perhaps than we were getting in the bridge. Different gravity, very similar posture. Just a little different orientation here. Beautiful. One more breath. Get a nice stretch in the shoulder too, the chest. Nice. Let's come onto our back again. You can release the foot and then roll onto the left side. Left arm next to head. Stacking hips, stacking shoulders, stacking knees. Right hand reaches back for right foot. So thighs stay neutral, hips stay neutral. So try not to open the knee too high here. Just think thighs parallel as you press right foot into right hand. One more breath. Get a nice stretch, however much stretch feels good there. Beautiful. Release the foot. Press your right hand into the earth. Let's come on up to our hands and our knees, our tabletop position. And if you have sensitive knees or very thin yoga mat and a hard surface beneath, I like adding an extra fold to the mat right under the knees. You could have a blanket under the knees too. All right, wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Push hands into earth. Push shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful. Push your seat back, crown of your head forward. Beautiful. Dropping belly, arching back, hips and gaze high. Inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Here's our cat pose. Inhale, extend and arch. Belly drops for cow. Exhale, tuck and round. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale and cow. You can go at your own pace. Or mine, either way. Tuck and round. Sometimes my pace might not feel quite right, though. I don't want it to feel too awkward for you, so you can always set your own pace. Beautiful. Back to center. Hands and knees. Nice. All right. So let's extend our right leg back. Toes tuck under. Energize here. So remember, we're pushing hands into the earth actively, and the shoulders away from ears. Forward to the crown, back to the heel. Lift the right heel. Lift that right leg parallel to earth. Spinal balance. Left arm reaches forward. In your mind's eye, can you picture that nice long line? Can you feel it from your right heel all the way up the leg, which is parallel to the earth, parallel in line with the body, left arm parallel to earth. One more breath. That neck, we're not lifting or lowering the head. It's right in the middle. Beautiful. Back to hands and knees. Let's do the other side. Left leg reaches back, toes under, push earth away, shoulders away from ears, forward to the crown, back to that left heel, lifting left leg. Breathing, big deep breath. Right arm reaches forward. Option, you can certainly keep right hand planted as well. One more breath. And we'll come back to our hands and our knees. Our tabletop position. If you have that wrinkle in your mat, unwrinkle it. Toes under, seat to sky, downward facing dog. See if you can get your neck in line with the rest of your spine, your head. So if you're gazing at your hands, it's probably not in line. And if you're gazing at your thighs, it's probably not either, right? Pedaling feet is an option. Breathing. So gazing probably just kind of right in front of your feet. I'd imagine that's good alignment. One more breath. Just kind of have to use the mind's eye. Use your interoception. Positive visualization, I like to think of it as. Picture your body in the pose. Breathing, and then maybe the mind will put our body there. Nice, back to center. Stillness for a moment. Strong arms, push earth away with hands. Beautiful, bend your knees. Feel a good stretch on the back of the calves. Keep pushing hands into the earth. One at a time, those hands walk their way back to the feet. Ragdoll forward fold. Body weight even on both feet. Feet parallel hips width. Finding ease in our body. Breathing. Perhaps you lift ribs off thighs. Beautiful. So create a little space, a little gap between the thighs and the chest. Hands can come to the thighs. Push your feet into the earth. Reach and gaze all the way up to sky. Inhale. Exhale to heart. Hands to heart. Shoulders down and back. Feet push into earth. Body grows tall. Reach and gaze to sky. Feel that body expand. Goalpost arms. Exhale. Little back bend here. Chest stretch. Inhale. Sky. Reach and gaze. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Whole spine, exhale, forward fold. Release, relax. Knees bend, root into earth, reach and gaze all the way up to sky. Inhale. Exhale, the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, reach and gaze to sky. Palms together overhead, gazing straight ahead, shoulders drop down. Root into earth, grow tall, and then lean toward the right. Nice lateral stretch. Right fingers could circle left wrist. Give a little tug, a little extra stretch for that left side. Inhale, tall. Center. Exhale, leaning left. Left fingers circle right wrist for that tug. Inhale to sky. Reach and gaze. Swan dive, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sky. Reach and gaze. Exhale, heart. Beautiful. Let's step feet wide. Outer edges of feet parallel. Body tall. So tucking pelvis in. Hands to the hips. Root into earth. Grow tall. Exhale, half lift, seat back, body forward. Inhale at half lift, lengthen spine. Maybe hands move down to the knees now. Feels like a tripod to me. Forward fold, exhale, release, relax. Beautiful. Inhale back to that half lift to lengthen. Energize, exhale, release, relax. Forward fold. We'll spend a little more time here. A couple breaths. So as you ease forward, do you feel any extra tugging, like behind the joints, behind the knees? Add a little bend to your knees and see if you can ease in a little more lift to the seat, a little less tension on the back of the knees. Hands can be wherever it's comfortable though. One more breath. So a little more easeful way to stretch the belly of the muscle rather than the connective tissue. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift again. Lengthen spine, hands on the earth now beneath shoulders. Maybe it's tented fingertips or flat palms. Could be on a block too. Left hand right at center. Right arm reaches up to sky. So all of our arms are stacked. Our hand above the shoulder, above the other shoulder, above the other wrist. Beautiful. Gazing down. Exhale, right hand at center now. Inhale, left arm reaches up. A twist. Right hand pushes into earth, left arm reaches high. Beautiful. Back to half lift. Knees bend all the way up to sky. Reach and gaze. Exhale to heart. Beautiful. Heels in now, toes out. So hips are open, body's tall, seat tucks in, shoulders and ribs tuck in too. Bending your knees as you press your seat forward, bending your knees, you should feel a little more tug on those hips. Heels beneath knees here for Garland Pose. So oftentimes we feel like the intention is to just get as low down to the earth as we can, and that's not the intention. The intention is the stretch here. So tuck the seat in. If you've got a back bend in your rounding, come up and tuck it in again. Beautiful. And then you should feel that stretch. Takes a little muscle work. It's not always easy. Beautiful. Legs long. Arms reach up and out. Star. Shoulders drop down. Still pelvis forward. Ribs in. Knees bend. Goalpost arms. Beautiful. Star. Hands to heart. Back to our Garland, our mala. Beautiful. Malasana, mala. Release. Beautiful. All right, let's turn our right heel toward the right and our left toes toward the left, and then step the left foot a little wider. So now we're facing left, and notice how each foot has its own lane, like its own train track, probably at least as wide as your hips, could be a little wider. Arms reach up, shoulders drop down, left knee bends. Big bend to that knee. So we want that right heel to angle back, and we want that left knee to be right above the heel. Hips are swiveling counterclockwise to get that body forward. Press outer edge of right foot into earth. Loosen up those left toes. There's your warrior one. Beautiful. Inhale. On the exhale, body folds forward. Arms reach back. Maybe they just reach back like you're flying. Maybe you interlock fingers and extend. One more breath here on humble warrior. Beautiful. Body tall. Both legs long. Now you can release the arms. I like hands at hips. Inhale, length. Nice and tall. And on the exhale, that tall spine folds toward the left legs. Hands can slide down your leg here. Beautiful. So just pause wherever you start to feel resistance. You can re-angle the back heel. Breathing. Inhale, lengthen, half lift, long spine. Exhale, easing into pyramid pose. You could even have a tiny little bend in that left knee. Take the pressure out of the joints, connective tissues. Beautiful. Left knee bends. Back to that warrior one. Nice. Left leg long. Now let's rotate our body toward the right. So the body's facing the length of your mat, arms parallel to earth, left knee bends, warrior two. So left knee is over heel, shoulders are over hips, neck turns to gaze toward the left. The body's not facing left though, is it? The body's facing out toward the right. Beautiful. Virabhadrasana two, warrior two. Can you peek at that left toe and see that left big toe inside of your knee? You have to pull actively that hip open to see that. Beautiful. That's good alignment, warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Right arm back, left arm lifts. Inhale, feel that side stretch. In our peaceful warrior here, extend your left leg long. Beautiful. Body tall. Arms parallel to earth. We're still facing the length of the mat. Reach out into the fingertips and then forward into that left arm. Keep reaching. That body's pulling over the left leg. Pause when you're not really going any further, but tick-tock those arms straight up, straight down. Neck turns to gaze up. There's no goal here to touch the earth. So if you're kind of subconsciously trying to touch down onto the earth, you might be turning your body toward the earth, and really the body opens toward the side, toward the sky. That's much more important. If your arms are long, maybe they do touch the earth. Beautiful. Inhale tall. But then what about all of us without long arms, right? Right arm back, left arm lifts. Inhale. Beautiful. Body tall. Let's turn our feet parallel again. Wide stance. Back to center. Inhale to sky. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Half lift, left-handed center. Right arm reaches up. Exhale, back to half lift, right handed center. Inhale, left arm reaches up, gazing up. Beautiful. Back to center. Knees bend, push feet into earth as you reach and gaze all the way up to sky. Inhale. Exhale to heart. Beautiful. Heels in, toes out. Body tall, pelvis and ribs tucked in. Knees bend, garland, heels beneath knees. Beautiful. So ideally the thighs are moving at the same angle as your feet. And you feel that stretch here in your hips. Inhale, star, legs long, arms reach. Goalpost arms back into those knees. Inhale, star. Exhale, back to garland. Beautiful, legs long. Release. All right, let's turn the left heel toward the left. Right toes toward the right. Step that right foot out a little wider. Swivel your hips clockwise now, so we're facing that right leg, that short end of the mat, over on the right. Left heel angles back, each foot has its own lane. Arms reach up, shoulders drop down. Left knee bends, left knee over heel. Breathing, press into outer edge of left foot so you can feel some good stretch on that left calf. Notice if your hips are kind of pulling toward the left, swivel those hips toward the right. Right hip back, left hip forward. Beautiful. One more breath here, warrior. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. On the exhale, body folds forward, arms reach back. Maybe arms just reach like you're flying. Maybe they interlock those hands and extend. One more breath. Humble warrior. Beautiful. Inhale tall. Right leg long. Arms release, hands to hips. Remember, we're swiveling those hips clockwise. So facing the right leg, inhale tall. On the exhale, body folds at that right hip crease toward the right leg. Feel that stretch on the back of the right leg. You could have a little bend in that right knee. You could have blocks for the hands on the earth. One more breath. Feel that hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Back of that right leg. Right knee bends, body tall. Back to our warrior one. Beautiful. Extend right leg long. Now we'll rotate our body toward the left. Arms parallel to earth. Right knee bends. Warrior two. So shoulders stay right over hips. We just bend that knee. Body still facing length of mat. Arms are over the legs, so we might be at a bit of a diagonal on our mat. Right knee over heel. You can see those right big toes on the inside of your knee. Beautiful. One more breath here. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Left hand drops back. Right arm reaches up. Get a little side stretch as you gaze up. And then extend that right leg long. Body tall. Arms parallel to earth. Push feet into earth. Grow tall. Keep growing tall as you reach out into the right fingertips. Keep pulling till you don't pull any further. Tick-tock the arms, neck turns to gaze up. Imagine that your left hand, you could do this with your left hand too, touches the right side of your ribs and rotates the body toward the sky. Is that direction that your body is rotating? If it feels like the opposite, come up a little higher. Beautiful. Inhale tall. Reverse, left arm back. Right arm lifts. And release. Beautiful. Feet parallel. Let's toe heel together. Maybe hop back to center. Feet parallel, hips width. Root into earth, grow tall. So feel the ribs, the seat, the chin tuck as the spine zips up tall. Lock your gaze off in the distance now. Concentration. Transfer the weight into your left foot. Tiptoe the right. Little tiptoe there. Beautiful. So keep that tiptoe. Weight is light on that right foot. Arms reach straight up. Shoulders drop down. Can you lift the right thigh parallel to earth? That right knee straight ahead. If you have a tiny little bend in that left leg, that might help you balance a little better here. Beautiful. Extend your right leg forward. Now we'll lower the arms down as we bend the left knee so that right heel touches down. And lift again. Bend that right knee. 2 more times. Bend left knee, extend right leg long. And lift. Beautiful. 1 more, lower. And lift. Beautiful. Back to mountain. Release. Hands to heart. All right, transfer weight into the right foot. Maybe that tiny little bend in the standing leg. Left tip toes are very light. Arms reach up, shoulders drop down, left knee lifts, left foot flexes. Beautiful. Arms lower as left leg extends, right knee bends. Little touch, dip down. Inhale, lift. 2 more, touch down. And lift. Nice, last one, touch down. Beautiful, lift. Beautiful, back to mountain. Release. Reach and gaze to sky. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Couple breaths here. Maybe a little bend in those knees. Settling toward the earth. 1 more breath. Notice the shift in our energy and our intention. Bending knees. We're easing our bodies toward the earth. Come on down to your seat. All right, lie on down on your back. Full body stretch, arms and legs long on your back. Stretch into the right leg and the right arm, the left leg and the left arm. Beautiful. And then bend your knees, plant your feet. Arms anywhere by your sides, wherever it's comfortable. Dropping your knees to the right, dropping your knees to the left, back to that windshield wiper. Side to side. 2 more breaths here, closing eyes. 1 more breath. Beautiful. And we'll extend our legs. Let your heels find the corners of the mat. Heels in, toes out, so the hips drop open. You can adjust legs wider, legs narrower, so that it feels comfortable and easeful. Arms wherever it's comfortable by the sides. Inhale. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale with a big sigh. Deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh and let go of the weight of the body to be held by the earth. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale with a big sigh, letting go of the weight of the world. Deep breath in. Exhale with a big sigh, simply to let go. Just breathe. Allow the mind to follow the rise and the fall of the breath. The mind is present. The body breathes. The body is at ease. Please feel free to remain in your final relaxation. Just following the rise and the fall of the breath. Staying in your union, in your yoga, for as long as you like. bit of movement back to the fingers and the toes, wrists and ankles, the facial muscles. Little bigger movements and little deeper breath. Whenever you're ready, take your time as you find your way back to seated. Back to center, back to breath. Internal focus. Dhyana. Bring your mind's eye to focus on the heart. Anahata. Honoring the love, the devotion, compassion of the heart. And as we inhale, lift your gaze to the third eye, the mind's eye, gazing inward to Ajna. Honoring insight, wisdom, and learning. Today's Namaste in the words of Etty or Esther Hillesum, Holocaust victim. Etty said, "Ultimately, we have just one moral duty: to reclaim large areas of peace in ourselves. More and more peace. And to reflect it toward others. And the more peace there is in us, the more peace there will be in this whole world." And my soul honors your soul. And I honor that peace, that love, that truth, that light, that beauty. Namaste. Thank you for practice today, friends. My name is Ellen. I am here on Wednesdays at noon if you're joining live, Wednesdays at noon for gentle yoga, and Fridays at noon for yoga flow. Lots of other wonderful classes on the schedule. Highly recommend trying something new. Maybe this week pick try two new things. And until next time, namaste.